Soundstripe.
Fan Spectrum, I see you. Let's go.
All right.
We're back at the ballpark, guys. Where is he at?
You know, now that they got their ace Boom Coon back.
I gotta stick with MJ.
Okay. Hey, you don't have to say it because I'm here now.
Oh, there's my boy Paul right here. I hope Lamar Jackson smells blood in the water.
Hey,
They
that
can
man.
figure it out.
Hey, that.
Fan Spectrum, right here, right here.
Monday Night Football coming at you. We got the undefeated Eagles against the Washington Commanders. Eagles, it was actually a pretty good game against the Houston Texans, I will say. I felt like Houston definitely, battled in it. And I think this is going to be a little similar. I could see this being maybe a possible trap game. I feel like Washington has a lot, they don't really have a lot to play for, and they're just going to go all out with it. And I feel like, Eagles are still going to win, though. I'm still going to say that. But I definitely think it's going to be kind of similar to that Houston game. I think Eagles will win 31-10. I think that second half is going to be a big difference maker. I think Taylor Heineke's quarterback, if I'm not mistaken, and I feel like ever since he got back in, I don't know why he never started to begin with, but ever since he got back in, they kind of definitely have that mojo back. And I think that's kind of what the Commanders kind of need, and I'm definitely excited for it. I like Taylor Heineke. I don't know why. I don't know why. I like him. He makes Terry McLaurin relevant. He's got Gibson back there, and yeah, man, I feel like they're gonna compete, the first couple quarters, but I feel like Eagles are still gonna be Eagles, and they're still gonna fly away with that dub.
Well, it's a division game. Division games are always tough.
Exactly.
But I think, as much as I like the Eagles, I think their winning streak comes to an end on Monday night.
You heard it here first. Hot take.
Yeah, you heard it. You heard it here first, man. Tyler hit, like you said it. Heineke, he's really scrappy. He's a fighter. I mean, they got Brian Robinson Jr. back there.
That's
what
true.
they need to do, if they can just make Hurts pass the football, keep him entertained, bro, they have a chance.
They need to do exactly what Houston kind of did, is run that clock. I mean, Damian Pierce had a great game. I think if the Commanders can run that clock the first couple quarters, they'll definitely be the difference maker. And so, I mean, that if they follow that formula, maybe, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Look, Philadelphia's defense is really good, but they can be had. I mean, you see it all season. You can score on those guys. So if Washington can control the ball and keep Hurts not running around and doing all this running, if they can just contain that, they're gonna win this game 20-17 in the fourth quarter.
Wow, that'll be a big game. That's the way to end of the week right there.
I got Philly though winning this game. It's a division game, so it's gonna go 21-14. I think that Tyler Heineke is gonna spread the field, gonna kind of expose that Philly defense, because I feel like they give up more in the air than they do on the ground. So with the rookie Robinson and Antonio Gibson as a 1-2 punch for Washington, it's gonna come down to who's gonna get the most touches. I don't know if they should particularly share touches. For a game like a division game like this, I think they're gonna kind of have to man into one guy. And then look out for, McLaurin. He's going to be out there, kind of giving those DBs hell on the Philly side. But on the flip side, A.J. Brown is having probably an elite season, with Hurts under center, and that's awesome to see. And even though he had his 3-touchdown, like 300-yard game, and literally the next day he gets asked to get a drug test, I feel like that hurts, like an image, because you're not trusting the ability of these players to actually be good.
Perform, yeah.
Right. Is it crazy? Yeah, not many guys have good games like that, but come on now, Philly's been hot for the last 8-9 weeks. You're expecting Philly to look like this. You're expecting a wide receiver, a running back to perform.
All right, no doubt. I can definitely see it. What about you, B? How you feeling about this? You think it's another trap game? Possible?
I think it's an upset, man. I think this is the upset game. I'm agreeing,
Wow.
man.
Wow.
I think this is the game where because I like
Hot take,
Heineke, man,
take.
and I think, man, I think this is it. I think this is the one team that kind of just grounds them a little bit. I mean, I feel like, right, they're going through what the Steelers went through when they went 11 and 0, they're, 11 and 0, untouchable, oh, the Steelers, and then they got bounced, So like, I think it's not the exact same thing, but I think the idea of like, we don't really see undefeated teams anymore.
But I
You
will
really
say,
don't.
I will
And
say
when they
Philly,
are coming around, it's usually like a, not a
it's very
fluke,
rare.
but it's working. It's like they just haven't faced that one team yet. I think for Philly, this is going to be that team.
I will say though, they do have a lot of prep time for this. I mean, they haven't played since last Thursday, and this is a Monday night game. So I mean, that's
Now, yeah, but that's a thing too. That's another thing. I mean, yeah, this is good that people are healthy, but we've talked about it. I know it's different sports, but we talk about how like being away for a long
lot of
time
rest. That's true.
Can
That's
throw you
true.
off and throw off some things. And I think I just something about Washington. They just play better behind Heineke. I just think the crowd buys into him. I
Yeah,
think the
Yeah.
fans. I think
they
the
messed up.
players.
They messed up by getting Carson Wentz back there.
Yeah,
I really don't know what that was about.
yeah, dude. I just think they play better with him. I think it's because they're doing it for him, like in a sense.
And also,
he goes out there and he plays his hardest.
he's playing for his fans, and amongst with all the stuff going on with the owner Snyder. I know they definitely
Yeah.
want to play for the fans because that's at the end of the day that's what they all care about, and I feel like that will be a great
Yeah.
game.
I think this is it. I think this is when the Eagles go down.
And look, they played
Yeah.
Minnesota pretty tough, and Minnesota's a pretty good team this year.
A very good team.
Minnesota was pretty much down in that game until the third, fourth quarter, until Minnesota finally tied that up. So I mean, look for Washington to come out there, trying to make a statement on them Eagles.
That's true.
Yes,
That's
sir.
true. You could tell when they really want to win, they'll definitely do it. I mean, they've done it against Green Bay and Chicago, and I've seen it. They definitely have that grit and want to fight. So I will say Jalen Hurts doesn't really mess up a lot. He doesn't throw a lot of interceptions.
Yeah, he actually does. I give you that. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. But I mean, in the flip side, who they really play? You know what I mean?
True.
Who they have one of the biggest schedules. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get you. No, I get you.
Cowboys without that. I think Brandon's
that's true. You guys definitely enjoy it, and yeah, that's the fan spectrum.